The word marriage is exactly that. It's a word. It's a token that we have created as a society. If we didn't agree it meant that, it wouldn't mean that. Right, I've been gone a while. I know, I'm back. I just had to step away from Libs of TikTok. It was melting my brain. But there's been a lot of arguments lately about whether or not two gay people can get married, and I don't see what all the uproar is about. It makes perfect sense to me that they could get married. I don't understand why they couldn't. Even based on the definition, like, it's a bit murky. But like, if you just do a quick Google search, I'll throw it up on screen for you now. The legal union of a man and woman as husband and wife, and in some jurisdictions between two persons of the same sex, usually entailing legal obligations of each person to the other. So, in some jurisdictions between two people of the same sex. So, what's the beef? I don't understand what the problem is. A similar union of more than two people, a polygamous marriage, as in like someone who's got multiple wives or multiple husbands, or if there's like four people that are married together. Like, there are examples of this. I don't see what all the big beef is. Like, if two people love each other and they want to get married, like, I don't see the problem with it. A union between persons that is recognised by custom or religious traditions as marriage. See, that's the one where I think the problem is, because it's a religious one. And in the good book, as people call it, and I'm sure in the Quran and in the Torah and all these other religious scripts, like, marriage is expressly defined as between a man and a woman. So there's a religious problem to it, but legally, like, in our society where we're all heathens and none of us believe in God anymore, I don't see the problem with it. I really don't. I don't understand why they can't just get together and adopt kids, because where are all the adopted kids going to go? Like, if everybody in an ideal world, if everybody married everybody that was the same gender, right, that leaves only people that are infertile that would adopt. You've got, like, philanthropists and people that are infertile that would adopt. Otherwise, you just have your own children. So, like, it does sort of make sense, like, to allow them to do it as well. I don't understand why you'd restrict somebody's, like, love. Do you know what I mean? And then the state of relationship of two adults who are married. So again, as long as you're an adult, like, obviously you shouldn't be getting married if you're a child. Child marriage should be illegal. But as soon as you get to, like, whatever is considered an adult, I don't consider you an adult until you're like 25. But legally you're an adult, like 18, something like that. 16, depending where you are, like, marriage wise. And then a wedding, which is, yeah, that's what marriage is. When you attend a wedding and you're one of the main people. And then a close union, that's like a loose definition of a wedding, so you can wed companies together. And then the combination of the king and queen of the same suit as a pinochle, I don't even know what the fuck that is. But yeah, so based on the definitions that we have for marriage, there's nothing stopping people getting married if they're gay. Like, I totally understand. I can understand the religious people saying, oh, but it's not a marriage and stuff. So I'm not just going to sit here and bitch. I think I might have a solution to this. The word marriage is exactly that. It's a word. It's a token that we have created as a society. If we didn't agree it meant that, it wouldn't mean that. It's the same as money. Money's worthless. If you say that your $10 is not worth anything, it's not worth anything. Like, we have to agree it's worth $10 for it to be worth $10. So marriage is just a word that we've made up. So why can't we just make a new label? Like, so if Christians don't want to believe that two gay men can be married, we just need to make a new label for it. Okay, if it's not marriage, what is it? Because they've got a house, a mortgage, a dog, a cat, 2 kids, they've got a job each, they've got parents, like, they are exactly the same as every other family out there, except the parents are the same sex. And then you can go down the route of children need a man and a woman in the house, and it's for the psychological development and all that stuff. Right, fair enough. That's the definition of a family. We're talking about marriage here. Like, there's that they are married. They are locked in a union, legally, spiritually, like, philosophically, and they're trying to do the same. They're trying to live life with each other as their partner. So that they're married, aren't they? I mean, if companies can get married, why can't two people? We just need to think of a new label. I don't know what label we could use, but we just need to think, like, we use civil partnership in the UK. Like, Elton John married his husband, and they were both the groom at a civil partnership. so technically they're married. I mean, like, what? Like, it's just all we need to do is use a different label so we don't upset people. I think that's what it is, because if marriage is between a man and a woman and that's the way that God wanted it to happen, okay, so technically a gay marriage can't exist ever in the Bible. It can't exist. So if a gay marriage can't exist in the Bible, we just need to think of a term for what that is, because if it's not a marriage, what is it? But yeah, I just had to share my 2 cents. I will do a Libs of TikTok tomorrow, and I'll have it out at some point. Thanks for waiting. Peace.